Security testing has a speed problem. Human pen testers are brilliant, but they work in bursts. A few weeks of deep testing, then months of silence while your code keeps shipping. AI-powered pen testing closes that gap. It applies artificial intelligence to security testing that used to require a room full of experts reasoning through complex applications, chaining vulnerabilities together, and finding flaws no one told it to look for. Let's break down how it actually works. Traditional vulnerability scanners check whether known issues exist. That's it. Signature matching, nothing more. AI-powered pen testing works differently. It understands how a system behaves, forms a hypothesis about where it might be weak, tests that hypothesis, and adapts based on what it finds. In other words, it thinks the way an expert pen tester thinks. It just doesn't need sleep. So what does that reasoning actually look like? 4 things. First, understanding system behavior. AI agents map how an application functions by watching inputs, outputs, and state changes. They build a mental model of authentication flows and data handling, not just a checklist of signatures. Second, chaining vulnerabilities. A single weak point might look harmless on its own. AI agents test how multiple small issues combine into something serious, finding exploit chains that scanners simply miss because scanners test in isolation. Third, novel vulnerability discovery. Purpose-trained models can surface 0 days by reasoning through edge cases and unusual interactions. No CVE database required. They understand what secure behavior looks like, so they recognize when something deviates from it. Fourth, continuous operation. Human testers work business hours and test periodically. AI-powered pen testing runs 24/7, testing as code changes ship, closing the window where vulnerabilities sit undetected between quarterly assessments. Here's how that stacks up against the old way of doing things. On depth, traditional scanners are fast but shallow. Human pen testers are deep but low. AI-powered pen testing brings depth and continuous operation together. On speed and scale, an expert might spend weeks on one complex application. AI agents reach similar depth in hours or days, then keep validating as the application evolves. On cost, a traditional pen test engagement typically runs $15,000 to $50,000 or more per assessment. AI-powered pen testing runs continuously at subscription pricing that scales with how often you actually ship. Here's the honest answer to the question everyone asks. Does this replace human security experts? Not completely. AI-powered pen testing is exceptional at continuous coverage and rapid testing at scale. Human experts still bring context, creativity, and social engineering insight that AI can't fully replicate. The strongest security programs use both. AI for continuous validation, humans for the sophisticated, context-heavy work only they can do. Security testing built for how fast you actually ship. That's AI-powered pen testing, continuous, reasoning-driven, built to match the pace of modern development instead of lagging months behind it. Ready to see it for yourself? Request a demo today.